Get ready, get set, because it's
time to go with the It's 420 Somewhere podcast. With your host with the most, the man voted most likely to smoke out with a Yeti, Mr. Brian Brown. Mr. Brian Brown. Now sit back and relax, because it's time to go live across the world. Because it's 420 Somewhere.
And boom, we are live. Just like that, the one-armed man got it all done in time. I was trying to turn on all the lights and everything. With one arm, it's hard to flip the mic, do all the things. How's everyone doing, guys? Welcome to the It's 420 Somewhere podcast. I am your host, Brian Brown. And what this is, what you've stumbled into, is the hottest, the wildest, the best 420 countdown show known to man. That's right, guys. We go live every day, Monday through Friday, around 4:10, and we count down to the best time of all time. That's right. 420, guys. We get into a whole mess of trouble in the meantime. We're talking movie Monday. Yesterday, we looked at the movie Dutch with Ed O'Neill, gave an elevated review. If you guys know what I mean, did a nice little strain review with it. Check that out. But today is Paranormal Tuesday, guys, and not just a normal paranormal Tuesday. Today is a special. We're rolling into December. We're rolling into the Christmas goodness. What about the Christmas naughtiness? That's right, guys. We're looking at Krampus today. We're going to go into the history, the lore, and the paranormal of everything that is Krampus. Oh man, we could do a deep dive. It's going to be a good one. Going to be a heck of a good one. How's everyone doing out there today? We got a whole mess of people up in here, guys. We got Russ in the house. See who else we got in here. Russ, how you doing, buddy? We got Chantel in the house. How are you, Chantel? We got The Asylum with Harley, guys. Don't forget to watch that great show on Sundays, The Asylum with Harley, guys. I got a good one planned. I'm going to be making a drop-in on this Sunday, so make sure you check it out, guys. What else we got? We got Chantel in here. We got Teresa Deller. Oh, man. How you doing, Teresa? How's it going? Rosie Key, good morning, good afternoon. Happy 420, happy 420. Oh, man, who else we got? We got Honey Nut Hero in the house. We got Teresa Deller, Chantel Fight for Freedom. We got Russ. We got Chris Zucchini. We got Tim W. We got all the usual suspects. Where's Lonnie? Speaking of the usual suspects, he might be out and about doing his thing, getting busy. All right, guys. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this Krampus thing. Let's see what all the lore is about. Frying some hamburgers, making in some seasoned fries. That actually sounds delicious. Delicious. Hey guys, you want to know what else is delicious? The movie Bad Santa. Check this out. Check out Bad Santa, guys. We got Tony Cox, sorry. The little guy. Little person, I'm sorry, who played the elf there. Excellent actor, been in a lot of stuff. We are giving away this autographed 8x10 Beckett certified, guys. All you need to do is hashtag Bad Santa. That's right, guys. Ooh, antipasta salad sounds delicious. Guys giving me the munchies. Hashtag Bad Santa, and we're going to get you registered. We're going to be giving that away on Friday, guys, and we're going to be unboxing the mintage, their Black Friday Horror Massacre box. That's right. I'm excited about this one. This one has props. This is the flagship box, guys. So you don't want to miss that. Make sure you're tuning in on Friday to check that one out. All right, guys. It is almost 4:20. There it is. I was like, what am I getting into? All right. My 4:20 today, guys. What do you guys think? You guys like it more lit up in the background like that so you guys can see everything? Or do you like it a little darker? Let me know what you guys think. I'm playing with the lights a little bit here. I I could do this with one hand here. That's what they said. Oh, oh, oh. All right, guys, check this out. This is super awesome dope, guys. This is a half ounce, 30% off right now, but this is GG4 smalls. I love me some GG4s. I've been really dependent on this stuff, man. I've been smoking a lot of it. Actually, not a whole heck of a lot, but enough times throughout the day for my pain management. It's actually been GG4, man. I've been doing the trick. I'm loving this so far, guys. Head on down to the Healing Center, 1400 Needles Highway, Needles, California. Your number one cannabis superstore, guys. Check that out. 35% off. Yeah, that's right, man. Get in on that. And then, of course, I'm still got my fight in the fight, guys. I'm still in the fight. That's right. I got my wax. I put that on top. Who's seen Jeremy? Speaking of every J Daps, how's old Jeremy doing? Hopefully he's doing swell. And I finally bought this, nice, a paintball gun in my eBay cart for a week. Such a dope paintball gun. I love it. I do the same thing. I put my I put my stuff that I want in my box, and in my cart. And then every time you see it, you're like, it's today the day I pulled the trigger. It's today the day I pulled the trigger. Yep. Today's the day you pulled the trigger. Nice. Hey, you know what? You got to get yourself a little Christmas present. Why not? All right, guys, we got about a minute before 420. You guys know what I'm getting into. I want to know what you guys are getting into. Who's got that bong? Who's got that dabbering? Who's got that pipe? Who's got those Christmas edibles going? Who's just drinking a good old St. Ives high punch, guys? I'm getting ready to. Make sure you're getting a bit of good stuff going, guys. Let me know what you're getting into. Who's eating that can of SpaghettiOs? Tim W. Who's got the good stuff going on today, guys? Blow up those comments. It doesn't have to be weed related, but whatever you're doing, I want you to inhale that positivity, exhale that negativity, guys, because it is 420. And boom. How was your 420? Mine was pretty fire. Oh man, the arm is getting sore again, guys. I took a shower, felt good. Finally, for those who don't know, I had shoulder reconstructive surgery. Now I'm bionic, but just waiting for the Mannonites or whatever to fuse on to the thing, guys. Oh man. 220, way to go. Oh, nice. Woo. We're going to have to do don't forget, guys, we are going to have a Christmas party. We always do a live stream Christmas party here on the Daily Dank. We'll be doing it on all the live streams, guys. Celebrities, I've already reached out to celebrities. We're going to have celebrity guests. We're going to be doing games again. Hopefully we can do a meetup like we did last year. Who's down for a meetup? Hopefully, we can all work it out. All right, guys. So how was your 420? Mine was good. I'm ready to get into some Krampus action, but we got our girl. Our girl Aurora Hayes in the house, guys. We actually got a fun one for you today. We got a couple. Guys. We're going to be making cannabis infused apple cider, guys, with Chef Bud Smoke. And then, but first, we're going to be giggling a little bit with our girl Aurora Hayes, guys. We are talking strain names that could be confused with Santa's elves. That's right. Let's get into this, guys. Here's our girl, Aurora Hayes.
In the 1940s, when the jazz was fine, we had our mind set on a golden high. With Aurora Hayes, we danced through the haze, imagined adventures that would forever amaze. Oh, Aurora Hayes, light up our days, spark those cannabis dreams in a magical ways. With every puff, our spirits would rise to limitless heights under starry skies. Oh, Aurora Hayes, light up our days.
The North Pole's busiest place, right? Well, it got even busier when one elf discovered a new herbal hobby. No, they weren't making more mint candy canes. Picture this: a tiny elf named Tinsel, known for his twinkling eyes and evergreen spirit, found a peculiar seed one day. He planted it in the back of the workshop, where it sprouted into a plant unlike any Christmas tree they'd ever seen. This wasn't your typical poinsettia, oh no. This was a pungent, bushy, very green marijuana plant. Tinsel, ever the curious sort, shared his discovery with his fellow elves. Soon, the back of the workshop was less ho-ho-ho and more ha-ha-ha. The toy-making machines whirred at record speed, the elves giggled more than they tinkered, and the festive spirit soared higher than Santa's sleigh. Now don't worry, no elves were harmed in the making of this story, but it does lead us to a fun little countdown we've got for you. Welcome to our very special and slightly high countdown. We're ranking the top 10 marijuana strain names that could easily be mistaken for Santa's elves. Kicking off our countdown at number 10, we have Bubblegum Kush. Now, doesn't that sound like an elf with a sweet tooth? This strain is known for its sugary taste, and I can just imagine this elf hiding candies in all the toy boxes. Coming in at number 9 is Pineapple Express. This strain is as speedy as its name suggests, making it the perfect moniker for the elf in charge of the fastest toy train deliveries. Next up at number 8, it's Purple Haze. With a name like that, this has got to be the elf in charge of the Northern Lights. Imagine him, paintbrush in hand, lighting up the Arctic sky. At lucky number 7, we find Green Crack. This strain is known for its invigorating effects, so it's easy to picture this elf being the one who's always on the move, darting around the workshop with lightning speed. Halfway through our list, at number 6, we have Laughing Buddha. This strain is known for its happy, uplifting effects, making it the perfect name for the jolliest elf of them all. Sliding into the top 5, we have Girl Scout Cookies. This one's a bit of a mischievous strain, known for its sweet, earthy flavor. Sounds like the elf who's got the munchies, and probably the one who bakes all the cookies for Santa's trip. At number 4, we find Blue Dream. This strain is known for its ability to inspire creativity and relaxation, making it the perfect name for the elf who loves a good bedtime story. Maybe he's the one who puts the little ones to bed after a long day of toy making. Bronzing at number 3 is Strawberry Cough. A strain known for its sweet strawberry aroma but with a bit of a kick, it's the perfect name for the elf who's allergic to Christmas trees. Poor fella, always sneezing but still keeping up the Christmas cheer. The runner-up on our list at number 2 is White Widow. The strain is known for its snowy appearance, making it a fitting name for the elf who's always getting lost in the snow. Perhaps he's the one who's always ready for a snowball fight. And finally, lighting up our list at number 1, we have Northern Lights. The strain is as beautiful and bright as the Arctic spectacle it's named after, making it the perfect name for the elf who lights up Santa's way. And there you have it, our top 10 marijuana strain names that could double as Santa's elves. Who knew the North Pole could get any brighter? Well, we've had quite the festive journey today, haven't we? From Rudolph's red-eyed rocket to Dasher's dank delight, we've counted down the top 10 marijuana strains that could double as Santa's elves. It's all in good fun, folks, so don't take it too seriously. Just remember to keep the holiday cheer going, no matter where you are. This is Aurora Hayes, signing off with a wink and a smile. Remember, whether you're at the North Pole or south of Route 66 at the Healing Center of Needles, keep your spirits high and your laughter loud. See you next time on thedailydank.com, and remember to just keep smoking.
All right, guys. Thank you, Aurora Hayes. That was a good one. That was a really good one. All right, guys. Let's get into this paranormal Tuesday. Let's see. I have kind of have something for. Let's see. Is this the one? Paranormal Tuesday. That's right, guys. We are getting into the history and the lore of Krampus. That's right, guys. What is Krampus? Who is Krampus? What the heck is a Krampus to you? Well, the Krampus is a horned anti thermophobic figure in Central and Eastern Alpine folklore of Europe, who during the Advent season scares children who have misbehaved. Assisting Saint Nick or Santa Claus, the pair visit children on the night of 5th of December, with Saint Nicholas rewarding the well-behaved children with gifts such as oranges, dried fruit, walnuts, and chocolate. Everything a boy wants, while the badly behaved ones only receive punishment from Krampus with birch rods. The origin of the figure is unclear. Some folklorists and anthropologists have postulated that it may have been a pre-Christian origin in traditional parades and such events that the Krampus, pronounced Krampus run. Young men dressed as Krampus attempt to scare the audience with their antics. Such events occur annually in most Alpine towns. Krampus is featured on the holiday greeting cards called Krampuskind. Etymology: Krampus is thought to have come from either Bavarian Krampet, meaning dead, rotten, or from the German Krampen, meaning claw. The Krampus is considered to be half goat, half demon monster in some legend. Its role is to punish bad children or to scare them into being good. Yeah. So the Krampus, guys. Who's seen these movies? These movies are freaking major things. Actually, the movie's decent. The movie's not bad. I think there's been a few of them. The first one, I can vouch for the first one. The rest of them, you're on your own after that. What are the origins? The origins of said Krampus, guys. The history of Krampus, of the Krampus figure, has been theorized as a stretching back to pre-Christian Alpine traditions, with celebrations involving Krampus dating back to the 6th and 7th century AD, though there are no written sources before the end of the 16th century. Discussing his observations in 1975 while entering a small town in Styria, anthropologist John J. Hageman wrote that the St. Nicholas festival we are describing incorporates cultural elements described widely distributed in Europe. In some cases, going back to pre-Christian times, Nicholas himself became popular in Germany around the 11th century. The feast dedicated to his patron of children is only one in the winter, in which children are the objects of special attention. Others being Martimas and the Festival of Holy Innocents and New Year's Day. Masked devils acting boisterous and making nuisances of themselves are known in Germany since at least the 16th century, while animals, masked devils combining dreadful comic antics appeared in medieval church plays and large literature. So this has been going on for a long time, pre-Christian. pre-Christian lore. So modern history, guys, in the aftermath of the 1932 election in Austria, the Krampus tradition was prohibited by the Dollfuss regime under the clerical fascist Fatherland Front and the Christian Society Party. In the 1950s, the government distributed pamphlets titled Krampus is an Evil Man for fear the encounters with Krampus might damage children's mental health. Towards the end of the century, a popular resurgence of Krampus celebrations occurred and continues to this day. Krampus is now a modern folklore, has a lot of stuff going on in modern pop culture, all that kind of stuff. My jumping spiders, ladybug. Oh, what are we scared of? Is that what we're talking about? What can get us every time? All right, guys, let's make sure I got this here. BuzzFeed. There we go. We got a little video match. I told you we're gonna do a deep dive into Krampus, guys. There we go. There we go. Bloop, 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 bloop. All right, there we go. All right, here we go, guys. Oh, let me make sure I shared it. I've been known not to share things. All right. Let's get into this, guys.
Deranged face with bloodshot eyes, large horns, fangs and a long tongue. He's covered in fur and is gigantic in scale. He is
Krampus.
Everything has its opposite. Good has its evil. Light has its shadow. Nice has its naughty, and St. Nicholas has Krampus.
Ugh.
Typically described as a half-goat, half-demon creature, it's easy to compare Krampus to, or even mistake him for, the devil. Because the two...
You know what it reminds me of? Clash of the Titans. The bad guy that was cursed. Do you guys remember? In Clash of the Titans, I guess would be the main villain. That's what it looks like a lot to me.
Figures bear such a striking resemblance. The Catholic Church tried to eliminate Krampus celebrations during the 12th century. This attempt was unsuccessful, and the tradition continued. His image alone ought to be horrifying enough to keep naughty kids in line. But those who dare challenge Krampus, as the legend suggests, would endure an extreme punishment of being beaten with birch twigs, kidnapped and taken back to his lair, tortured, and even eaten. Krampus's pre-Germanic origins are unrelated to Christmas, and is thought to have initially been a part of pagan rituals practiced for winter solstice.
I guess, all cultures have that, right? Like the kukui, the boogeyman, all those things. If you don't behave, they're going to come get you. They're going to beat you. They're going to sell you to the cartel, whatever you may be telling your kids. But I think that's a part of every culture, right?
He later became associated with Christmas, which, as mentioned, the Catholic Church tried to ban at one point in time. He is sometimes referred to as the Christmas Devil. While his true origins are unknown, the myth of Krampus has roots in what is now considered Germany, where traditionally, people began celebrating Christmas earlier in the month. The name Krampus comes from the word Krampen, which is German for claw. In Germanic tradition, St. Nicholas is a benevolent figure who gives sweets to good children, while Krampus, his malevolent counterpart, beat and kidnapped the bad children. In essence, their origin story recounts how St. Nicholas and Krampus traveled together working as a team, rather than opposing forces, one bearing rewards while the other brought fear and punishment. The good and the bad duo would arrive in tandem on December 5th, which is known as Krampenschnacht, which translates to Krampus Night. They'd go door to door, and either St. Nick would leave presents for the good children, or Krampus would beat the naughty ones with sticks and branches. In some lore, he might even eat them or take them to the underworld. Once Krampus was done with his mischief, the Germanic people would then celebrate Nikolaustag, or St. Nicholas Day, on December 6th. The children who, through good behavior, managed to avoid Krampus, or those who were once naughty and survived his punishments, would awaken to gifts which could range from something totally awesome to a rod, a gesture designating good or poor behavior. Krampus uses his force to discourage people from naughtiness, and as a means of deterring children from bad behavior. According to Krampus Los Angeles director Al Ridenour, Krampus is a boogeyman associated with the Christmas season. Ridenour explains that Krampus is a species, rather than a singular creature. Being that he is the counterpart of St. Nick, Krampus's
Right, Teresa Deller? You're like, hey, you're going to be kidnapped if you're not a good kid. You're going to be freaking... You're going to be taken by a goat man unless you behave. Like, that's pretty hardcore, man.
birch twig may be in reference to the Dutch legend of St. Nicholas coming back from the dead and then nearly beating a bishop to death with a birch wood, perhaps linking Krampus's role as St. Nicholas's darker counterpart. Krampus is often covered in sheepskins, as well as heavy chains or cowbells. The chains are thought to have been introduced only after Christian influence on the holiday, as a possible representation of attempting to bind the devil. However, the origin is technically unknown, and the chains and bells could have also been a part
The Grinch's big brother. That's funny, honey. His meaner big brother.
of a lost pagan ritual, or perhaps adopted elsewhere, as Krampus has been influenced by many other traditions and cultures as well. After 1890, the Austrian postcard industry began to grow after the government released its hold on the industry. Between 1890 and the beginning of World War I, Krampus Christmas cards made by German companies were sold in Austria, Germany, and beyond. They often featured text like Brav sein, be good, and Kuss vom Krampus, greetings from Krampus. Images on the cards often showed crying children being frightened or kidnapped by a terrifying Krampus, among other variations. Cards featuring adults emerged around 1903 and 1904. Some depicted them also being punished by Krampus, while others were designed to be funny. There were even cards depicting female versions of Krampus, who were often much more attractive than the male version.
Oh, yeah.
They also had a long tongue and horns. Other cards that featured women sometimes showed Krampus courting them or taking them away. Adding adults to the mix may have just been a way to expand the market for the cards. The myth of Krampus diminished after World War II, but returned with the renewed folk culture interest in the 1950s and the 1960s. By the late 20s,
Ha ha, Tim. Ha ha. I look like Krampus in the morning. I could possibly.
20th century, Kampuslauf, or Krampus runs, became increasingly popular in Austria and Germany, as they were seen as a tradition they could enact to help preserve their cultural heritage. Krampus runs often involve alcohol and a parade with people dressed in Krampus costumes, ringing cowbells and scaring and chasing spectators whilst prodding them with sticks. Similar activities were also celebrated in
Imagine being super drunk and running down the street and that's all you see is these Krampus guys everywhere. You lost your friends and all you see is these scary Krampus guys.
other regions such as the Czech Republic, Hungary, and Slovenia as well. Krampus parades, also called Perstenlauf or Klaubaufe, stem from a pagan tradition that goes back centuries, where young men dressed in costumes marched the streets for the purposes of eliminating or getting rid of the ghosts of winter. The costumes, often referred to as Persten, are named after the devils they resemble. The masks are influenced by the folklore about evil mountain spirits that appear to cause harm in the winter months. In Western Austria, the pagan tradition of dressing up in Persten costumes, also called Teufel or Krampus depending on the region, and taken to the streets to get rid of winter's ghost goes back about 1500 years. In southern Germany's Bavarian area, and in eastern Austria's Alpine area, traditional customs may have included someone dressing up as St. Nicholas, along with a small posse of Krampuses, angels, and a person with gifts to go door to door the evening of December 5th. At each door, St. Nick
A small posse of Krampuses, guys. What would you do on December 5th, which is today? Today is December 5th. What would you do if you open your door and you see a posse of Krampuses waiting to talk to you?
Nicholas asked the children about their behavior, and may also ask the kids to recite their catechism or a seasonal poem, or sing a song while the Krampuses stomped around outside. And if they failed, well, Krampus would go ahead and handle that. American celebrations of Krampus tend to skew more towards the Austrian celebrations for adults that involve drunk men running around in scary costumes. Interestingly, this is not dissimilar to the way Christmas used to be celebrated before the 19th century. According to author Stephen Niesenbaum, Christmas was a holiday that was characterized by boisterous revelry. It was sort of like a combination of Halloween and New Year's Eve and Mardi Gras. These celebrations include mummers, who would demand alcohol door to door, which later evolved into trick-or-treating. Krampus also has roots in the story of a battle between St. Nicholas and the devil, but in recent years, some believe that it has become too commercialized. Krampus's recent resurgence in popularity has expanded the Yuletide figure's reach to a comic book series and a movie. There are many versions and variations of Krampus-like figures all around the world, appearing in both male and female forms. In post-Reformation Germany, a secular character known as Pelznickel emerged to combine both the kind qualities of St. Nicholas and the scary qualities of Krampus-like figures. It's believed that German immigrants brought the legend of Pelznickel over with them to America in the 1700s and the 1800s, and the name slowly morphed into Belznickel. Today, Belznickel is a staple of Christmas in Pennsylvania Dutch communities. In Austria and Bavaria, Frau Perkta is described as a woman, some describe her as a witch, who goes around during the 12 days of Christmas rewarding the good and punishing the bad. Her punishments, however, are quite extreme. She's said to cut open the stomachs of naughty children, removing their organs and replacing them with things like stones or hay. Similarly, in Italy, a fairy woman known as La Befana visits children on January 5th, leaving things in children's socks at night. If they're good, they receive candy. If they're
Leaving things in their socks. Ooh.
bad, they get rocks or charcoal. In Greece, goblin-like creatures known as kalakanzaroi
Okay, that's a pretty freaky one.
bring mischief to people's homes during the 12 days of Christmas. They enter through chimneys or doors, and methods of warding them off include a pig's jaw, a black-handled knife, strings of flax, and fire.
Who's got that pig's jaw laying around, guys?
These are just a few among many others throughout various cultures. Despite his malevolent agenda, his appearance alone is quite intimidating, and likely enough to curb bad behavior, at least for some of us. So as winter rolls in year after year, better hope that you're on the nice list, and not the naughty one. Unless, of course, you're into that.
Ooh, freaky, guys. So that was it. That was our deep dive into Krampus, guys. What are you thinking about that? Who's been naughty? Who's been nice? Who's ready for a December 5th visit? Krampus comes tonight. Ooh, that's right, guys. Make sure you're leaving out your pig jawbone to protect you from the Krampus. It's happening tonight. All right, that's too much for Russ. He's like, it's dab time, man. I can't handle. Krampus is coming. Krampus is coming to town. He's gonna turn your back around. He's gonna rip your spine, show you your vine, and get your food about a mine. Krampus is coming to town. Hey, that's right. Krampus is coming to town, guys. Ooh, we're gonna steal all the naughty children. Hey, Lonnie, how's it going, Lonnie? Yeah, I just put a picture of him up. Lonnie is here. No. All right, guys. So happy everyone tuned in. Everyone could make it, guys. All right, so that was our deep dive on Krampus. Hey, guys, make sure you're blowing up those comments. A hashtag Bad Santa. We're going to get you entered to win the Tony Cox little person. There you go. Look at that. It played the elf in Bad Santa. Great actor. Make sure you're getting in on that, guys. Hashtag Bad Santa. We got a whole mess. Get over and vote over on the community page here on YouTube, guys. Check out thedailydank.com. Check out all the stuff we got going on, guys. It's going to be a good one. We got one tomorrow. 7:10 a.m. guys. We're digging more into Christmas. We're going to be looking into more of the worst Christmas decorations of all time. Homemade, a lot of these are. Wait till you see these, guys. The worst. Some are questionable. Some are very questionable. Halloween, Christmas decorations of all time, guys. All right. I wish each and every one of you a happy, blessed day, guys. Hopefully everyone's having a good one. Everyone's blessed out there. You rock. You rock there, Tim. Appreciate everyone. I'm going to bounce on out of here. Oh, man. It's a little more sore today. A little more sore than I thought I'd be. All right, guys. Brackets will be out tonight. Check in the morning before the 7:10 show. They will be done. I'm sorry. I ended up passing out. This afternoon. I will get the new brackets up and we will get it rolling, guys. All right. Appreciate you. And I didn't pass out because I'm lazy. It's I was hurting. So appreciate each and every one of you guys. Check out thedailydank.com. We got a bunch of billboards popping up, guys, on electronic billboards everywhere. I'm looking at Kingman right now, too. So make sure you never know. We're going to be doing some games with the billboards. Just wait. Just wait. All right, guys. Appreciate you. I will see you at 4:20 or no, at 7:10 a.m. in the morning, guys. We got a heck of a good one for you. And we will see you in the morning. Remember positivity, guys. And we will see you.
Thank you for joining us on the It's 420 Somewhere podcast. Broadcasting worldwide and brought to you by thedailydank.com.
Check out our merchandise and amazing content.
And follow us on all our social media. Now, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
We'll see you guys. Whoop.